to join in the fight. General said, go ahead, by all means. Well, by the time the soldier returned with resources and an army twice the size of that of the nation that they were fighting against, upon his arrival, he finds that not only were they conquered, but they were conquered not by way of fighting to the last minute, to the last breath, but they were conquered because they got tired and they decided that it would be best to assimilate themselves and the culture of the very nation that they were fighting against. So they assimilated their culture by their native tongue, their talk, their way of dress, and their way of behavior. The soldier who now had the resources and the army twice the size of the army that initiated the battle, the war, got so enraged, was so enraged that he decided to use the resources in the army that he had to wipe out both the conqueror and the conquered and breed a new nation of people all by himself. And he became king of that nation. And it lived on and prospered. And the meaning of the parable is there. It's for everyone else to figure it out. You see, I'm going to grind to powder a people that's already been grind to powder. And it's called refine, being refined through fire. You can't fix everything that's broken. Sometimes you just have to get a clean slate and start new. You see, it's not just because I'm doing the things that I'm doing. I feel that I'm 18 months, about a year and a half away from having what I need to be completed. After that, within a year, I become a millionaire, multimillionaire for the first time in my life. I had money twice before. I lost it in my 20s, lost it in my 30s. Now I'm gaining it back at a record rate now in my 40s, but in a way that I've never done before. You see, I could say what I want to say about these people, my people, because there's one thing that you have to know. People are not bright. People just are not that bright. You could be the villain one day and be the hero the next day. I could be the villain today, and within 10 years from now, if I just give something that's a need to them, they would praise me as their hero. As I say, less than the next decade, after the next 2 terms, I'll be in candidacy for mayor. My name will be known by then. I mean, it's either give them what they need or, I don't know, maybe a couple chicken joints in the hood, and then everything be all good. No, but on the serious side of things, this is why Black American women are intimidated by African women. We talk about the blood factor. They know that. Don't think they don't think about it. They know that. They know African women are pure bloods and they are half breeds. They know that. They just don't speak about it. They know that African women have a subtle way about them that it's easier for men to get along with them. It's easy for a man to marry an African woman and she know her place as a woman in a home. Most African women are not loud and rambunctious like Black American women. Most African women are not walking around at 300 pounds at the age of 25. Most African women have gorgeous bodies and gorgeous skin. Most African women, I haven't met an African yet that uses profanity. I'm talking about going on at a decade and a half. I've been around a lot. like I said, not just you, not just Rookie, not just the other, but even before all y'all, I've never had an issue with Africans using profanity. They're actually able to have a vocabulary without the use of profanity. Black American women, that's unheard of. They sound just like the men, even worse. I could go to the city right now, pull up on a corner. You could see 20-year-old chick all tatted up. Oh, you nigga, suck my head. Like, it's the way they talk. And to be on the continent in West Africa, you would never hear that from a female. Then they talk about, somebody sent me a message talking about, oh, I need to tell those African women to worry about all the issues they got going on there with genital mutilation. First of all, most parts of Africa don't even practice that stuff anymore. Do you know of any people that practice that?
No, I don't think so.
But they pick these things up from the past that was heavy in the past, but not now. But it's like, I mean, a rebuttal to that is like an African asking a Black American, what's going on with your people in the corner, like, you know what that is? That's heroin. You go to the block today, see people walking around Kensington, all colors, shades, black, white, Asian, whatever. I don't see people walking around in Africa as drug addicts, walking like zombies in the middle of the street, living like people who are unhuman, things that are unhuman. They talk about the message that you seen that I sent you earlier today, talking about mud huts. They don't even understand that Africa has cities just like the U.S. They don't even understand that the same restaurants and shopping malls and everything that we have here in America, they have there in Africa. They don't even understand that. They think Africa literally is a place with mud huts. Like, you go to this far-off village that's like 2,000 miles out from civilization, and they take these pictures and put them up, and they actually believe that's what Africa looked like.
No, that's sad.
Very sad. It's very sad. Very, very sad. But these people are fucking illiterates, and they don't even know it. It's one thing to be illiterate and know it. Say, damn, I got to do something about this. This situation ain't helping. But they don't even know they're illiterate. They don't know how stupid they are. These women, go ahead.
I said no, really stupid. I don't think it's more or less their fault because they how would I put it? They just take something from one side. They don't want to hear from the other side. Like it's one-sided, their knowledge of how they say things.
They don't want to say they know, but they don't want to say they're in a war. They say they in a war against white supremacy. So you mean to tell me that you're in an all-out war against white supremacy, and you don't have the time to take to see who your allies are, to see who you could depend on, see who you could add in to the fight? You see, these people who call themselves like the tribe keepers or whatever, they got all types of names for themselves. They believe that foundational Black Americans are the only ones that are going to destroy white supremacy. Well, this is what I say to that. If you think you could do without the help of the people from the continent of Africa, I'm going to say this. You haven't won shit in 50 years. Black Americans have gone over 50 years without one win under their belt. In 50 years since the 1960s, which was a civil rights era, since then, they have not had one win under their belt. They have accomplished absolutely nothing. But they don't want to talk about that and do that. You see, we're going to be real here. We be real on this show all you want. They can show out there all they want. I pull people's cars. I pull the whole cars of a whole people, even if they my own. Now, I don't take this shit from nobody else talking about my people, but I know I can do it. I'll deal with the ramifications, whatever they may be. But these motherfuckers ain't got one win under their belt. Since I've been alive on this planet, Black Americans have accomplished absolutely nothing. Now, how do that sound for someone who's so braggadocious about FBA this, FBA that? Nigga, you ain't did nothing. Ain't nobody putting in work. At least I'm putting in work. I'm putting in work to bring back resources, to go up, be able to buy storefronts, to build, to take the Asian guy, to take the Latino guy off the corner and buy them stores and give them back to the community. Oh my goodness. These people ain't putting in no work. Ask them this. These same black women who going about running their mouth, why is it that they can't walk out their house and go to a store and buy from a person who look like them? Because I understand you don't know what America looks like here. Any black community, doesn't matter which one. You could choose middle, lower, upper, doesn't matter. Every time you walk out your house, whether you're going to the cleaners, to the corner store, to buy a hoagie, to buy a slice of pizza, none of it is owned by black people. In their own community, on their own streets, on their own blocks. They don't own anything. At least I could walk in Africa. Every time that I go to a shop, go here, there, and everywhere, 90% of it's all owned by Africans.
Sure.
Every time I walk to a store in Africa, it's an African face, an African owner. The only thing you could say is a couple corporations that are owned by outsiders, but they're large corporations. Like one of my own that I'm building up to be just the same. But you can't walk in America and go up to somewhere to buy a slice of pizza, a hamburger. You can't even go buy your clothes. You can't even go buy a pair of sneakers. Now, black people love them some damn sneakers. They love some Air Jordans, but they can't walk into one fucking Foot Locker or shoe store that's owned by black people. They love them gold chains and them diamonds, but they can't walk into one jeweler that's owned by black people. You see? But they're bragging. They're bragging and boasting about FBA this, FBA that. They ain't got no wins under their belt. They ain't accomplished anything. As long as I've been alive on this planet, they ain't accomplished nothing. And I'm saying they for a reason. But go ahead.
I just think it's the mindset of the majority.
Hmm?
The mindset of the majority. I don't know if I should say polluted, but it's wrong. So, and it's actually very difficult to change someone's mindset.
Why can't we just call it what it is instead of being polluted? Why don't we just say unintelligent? Because you can have a polluted mind, but when you become an adult, so that's why I don't talk about black boys and black girls. I make a point never to come down on my black boys and black girls. Even if they live in the wrong way, I don't come down on them. Because I understand that a lot of them are misguided in the first place. And you can't really speak on a person when they're young because they could come out of that and still become something great. So that's why I make a point never to talk down to young black boys or young black girls. But when I'm speaking about the adults, they don't have no excuse anymore. Because when you're an adult, now you understand. You understand that you're responsible for the knowledge that you take in. If you want to continue to play rap music all day and take that in, then that's on you. Instead of picking up and reading a book, going out, research and study, learning something new every day. Black people are the only people who have a culture of music that promotes killing, raping, destroying, and selling drugs to each other. If that shit was going on in Africa, that shit would get banned. In some African countries, you'd be jailed. You'd be jailed just for playing it. No, look, let's speak facts.
Not true.
So black Americans have the most destructive culture that exists on the face of the earth. But these motherfuckers are bragging. Look, man, I'm only saying what need to be
Yeah.
said. See, a lot of, a lot of brothers want to say this. They want to say what it is that I'm saying, but they're afraid. They're afraid of the ramifications. They're afraid of the consequences. Fuck it. They could do whatever to me. Can't hurt me, but so bad. But they're afraid of the consequences that they sit out here and tell the truth to these black women. But I'm gonna do it regardless. They're gonna get the truth from me regardless. Now we could play nice. We could do the shit whichever way they want. Because I was playing nice, as you see when I called up. I was playing nice, but and this ain't the first time. They want to go this way. We're going to go it. Like my man said. Now, we can do this. We can do this the easy way, or we can do this thing the hard way. The choice is yours.
I I
But,
knew change for them it's
huh?
going to be difficult. The change for them
And yes, and
it's
that's why I
yeah.
said that refine through the fire. See what I'm doing? It's going to set them off. But for the young ones, it's going to help a lot of young ones get it right and start singing
Mm,
that, you know what?
yeah.
We're not going to have no men left here for us at all. Because it ain't about the black man going to the white women, the Asian women, the Latino women, that, and the other. No, these black men are going to start to realize, you know what? I love black women. These Africans are not even black, but they're fully black and they're traditional and they're submissive. They understand their position and they're easy to build a home with. Because when you build a home, you build something special. You build a legacy
True.
where the two of y'all are going to make sure y'all each have what y'all needs, support each other, and y'all raise the kids in like-mindedness. So, yeah, man, it's not going to be easy. Not for
Yeah.
them. It's easy for me. Because hey,
You're different. People
yeah, I
are
know.
different, so
It's easy for me to do this, but it ain't going to be hard for them to take it. But those who do take it to heart and learn from what I'm saying, they're going to be more productive in life. And before we go, I'm going to correct one thing of mine. Because I got to correct this, because I don't want this to drag on too long. I talk about women's age a lot. I think age matters. I'm not going to change that. But I've been around enough and I've seen enough and I interact with enough people on a daily basis to understand this. There are women who are in their 30s and 40s and some even in their 50s that are fine enough, well spoken, well behaved, feminine, and fit enough to still get a good, productive man. But the keynote is humility. I didn't even say that, but humility, feminine, cooperative, fit, beautiful, and even with their age, they still can get a lot of good things, a lot of decent men.
hmm
Because both young and old women are attractive. They all have their reasonings for why a man should be attracted to them. So I'm gonna kill that myth right now that women over the age of 40 can't get anything, can't get highly productive men. I'm gonna kill that. But the majority can't because they're not even in shape to begin with. And the majority can't because they behave like 20-year wild hyenas. So the majority can't, but there are those who still can. So I just wanted to clear that up so we don't take that any further. And you got a lot of people out here mimicking other people. But yeah, the other person talk about I won't go on TBA and Tariq Nasheed and say all these things. First of all, what's funny is I went on TBA, but then a person said that I wouldn't go to TBA and say these things. TBA is this guy called Jason Black. I don't have any problem with Jason Black. Tariq Nasheed, I wouldn't even waste my time. Dude is, I call him Mr. Opportunity. He's an opportunist. But one thing I do respect about the man, he has accomplishments, and he has, even though he's a scammer, he's gotten some things done in life. So I respect that. So I respect Mr. Opportunity for, at least that much. But everything else, man, these people they are just out of their minds. And they don't understand that they're going to be alone for the rest of their life. We got like a, but these women, man, you see how aggressive they're like. They like dogs with.
Why?
They were like dogs with rabies.
I I don't even understand the part of, or is it the hatred towards Nigerian women? That's my own. I don't get it.
You don't get what?
Like their hatred, or is it the bitterness towards Nigerian women? That's funny too.
Hold on, say that again.
I said I don't understand their hatred towards Nigerian women.
Oh, I don't know, but when you say Africans, people automatically go to Nigerians. Like Nigeria is Africa. And I told you that
I didn't
I had that with some
know.
East Africans. This girl, I forget her name. I was in that space a couple times. She'd be like, "Oh, that's just Steven. He always got something stupid to say." But the minute me and her got into it, and the other Africans that was in a Twitter space talking at me, they all came at me to this was they used Nigerian women and their dislike of Nigerian women to disrespect me. They felt that was going to hurt me. But I said Africans. I didn't say Nigerian. I didn't say Ghanaian. I didn't say Togoans. I didn't say Cote d'Ivoire. I didn't say anything. I just said West Africa. Once I said West Africa, they pointed out only one Nigerian woman. They had nothing but bad things to say. Like I told you, East African women are shit. They not even decent women. I'm being honest. I I don't say things about people that I don't know and I haven't interacted with in intimate relationships. So like I don't know. I know of South Africans, but I never dealt with them, so I can't really say anything. What I do know about them, for the most part, I don't like, but until I interact with them personally, can't really say much. But East Africans ain't no better than Black American women, and them two hate each other too. But it's always like Nigerian women are always at the forefront, and if it ain't Nigerian, it's Ghanaian. So they go in on Ghanaian women a lot too, man. So the two places that I rep are the two places that Black American women hate the most: Ghanaian women and Nigerian women. I'm telling y'all, y'all all y'all over there got that special something going on. I'm telling y'all, they know it. That's that real black girl magic. Yo, they gonna hate me. But like I said, I'll be the villain today, only to be their hero tomorrow. But that's what it's gonna be. All right. Anything else you got to say?
Nothing. It's just I don't know. It's really going to take a strong pull to change their mindset because it's so head-headed on being wrong.
Mm, I feel sad. It's pathetic, to be honest.
Yeah, sadly.
See, the one thing they can't say, they can look at you, they can look at Rookie, and they know that my choice and that which I choose is greater than what they are. They mad at
You're
that.
bitter. You
They bitter.
okay?
They
It
bitter old bras. And
I
they be like,
okay.
oh, he got one, he got two, he got three. They really ain't gonna like that. They really ain't
Yeah,
gonna
and you're
like that.
rubbing it in their faces, so it's all up in their face.
And I'm gonna keep
What should
rubbing
we
it in their
expect?
face. Because they asked for it. They asked for it. So I'm gonna keep rubbing it all into their face. So I know Twitter is gonna be popping tomorrow night because I'm gonna be up in Twitter tomorrow night. So I'm gonna send this to her because I know she wanna hear this. So I'm gonna let them go in on it. But it ain't nothing but truth spoken here. It ain't nothing but facts spoken here. So
Sure.
they told me I don't even sound like I'm from South Philly. Like that really matter. And I guess for you to be a Black American, you got to talk a certain way.
How? Rough?
I don't know. Since I'm
Loud?
from Philly, I guess they wanted me to be like, yo, yeah, I'm saying, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm calling up because I got something to say. You know what I mean? This thing right here. So I'm gonna put y'all hip. I'm gonna let y'all know. But man, if it ain't Yam Sane or Yamin or I mean, I guess you ain't from Philly. I gotta throw a little John. And you know that John right there, that's how Philly we Philly talk. I used to talk like that before I left this country. But again, it's called broaden your horizons, learning the world around you. But yeah, man, this is going to be the one that pisses them off the most. Oh, we got like damn near 200 people in here.